Here's a little bit of an update on the garden. This fig tree out front's growing really well in the ground. It's really popped up this year, and it went through quite a freeze last year. So being in the ground was better than being in a pot for this one. There's a smaller one there. They were both planted at the same time from cuttings. You can see how small this one is here. Get rid of some of this lemon balm. But this has got a good trunk on it now, and it should start producing fruit in a year or two. We got these tiger lilies here. And over here we have I think this is a mulberry bush, I'm not sure, but it's tucked away in here too far, so might have to replant that. Over here we have a fig that's survived the freezing and it's putting out some new growth on it, which is really good. And this one's doing quite well as well for a small fig. That's a San Francisco type fig. And I think it's a dark black type fig. And there's another fig there. Tomato plants are going pretty good. Been covering them a bit when the rain is too heavy. And intertwined in there I've got the tobacco plants growing. I'm actually selling those on the front lawn on weekends. $10 each, so there you go, a tobacco farmer. And I've got some that I can put on the bike too. And we got the raspberry bushes here. We got some beans over there and some peas. We've got the Flava bean plant growing very well here. This is Flava beans, so those are huge. And then there's another bean climbing up my raspberry bush here. So I have 2 Flava bean plants there, and they're both growing very well, and some peas, and more tomatoes. So eventually we'll have some nice tomatoes. These are some dark black tomatoes that are already on the vine growing, and then I've got some there as well. So doing quite well on the tomatoes so far. There's a coffee cutting there that's growing, but very slowly. Here's some dragon fruits that are growing new tops after a year of dormancy. Here's some purple roses that I'm rooting quite successfully, and those are going well. The zucchini's growing, and there's another coffee cutting. So we ended up with about 15 to 20 coffee cuttings out of 40, which is pretty good, and they got quite good roots on them now. I've pulled a couple out, and they have a good 6 inches of root and a nice cluster of roots. There's some more tobacco plants and some in the ground here to see if they'll survive this area that has been replanted now with grass from the geothermal dig out, which doesn't really show now, which is great. This is a Calamandan orange, just letting it get some fresh air. And I'm going to bring out another one, then I'm going to graft to these trees, cut them back, and graft hopefully the Navel orange and the pearl tangelo, which we'll take a look at now. Got great, these are the Norwegian raspberries. Bush really fell apart this year though, so didn't really stay organized. But inside, here's all our kale starters and lettuce starters and spinach starters. We got some more tobacco on the top there, and more tobacco here. Got some spinach there that's getting along quite well. Here we have the cherry tree, which is growing quite well. And even the new growth smells like cherries on this tree, which is quite interesting. And it'll take a couple of years for sure. But we've got the Meyer lemon is growing quite large now. And it is almost getting soft. I can feel it giving now a little bit. So that's interesting. I've got another one over there. And we got another one right there behind the leaves there against the plastic. And on top we have this. This is a cocktail grapefruit on the top of the plant. And some new growth as well on the cocktail grapefruit side of things. It's becoming quite a large tree out here in the greenhouse. There's a lot of new growth there too. Quite disorganized, but it's there. And this is definitely set. And you can see how it's almost the size of the smallest Meyer lemon already. And this Meyer lemon's been on the tree for almost 2 years, this one here. Maybe almost a year and a half. So they grow much quicker, the cocktail grapefruit, which is the Mandelo basically, a mandarin and a pomelo. Lots of flowers came out on this one, as you remember. This is the Navel orange. Just surprised me quite a bit. It's got some fruit that looks like it's going to stay, and I've picked off a lot of fruit on this one just to see if I can nurture one or two of them and get some fruit off this tree, maybe just one. The cocktail grapefruit's setting a lot of fruit, but every day I take out the weak ones just by grabbing the branch and knocking off the flowers, that kind of thing. So those are going to stay. They'll probably get 4 off of each of these trees. Here's the one from inside with its 2 fruits, which are getting soft now that they're outside. Starting to feel them grow quicker or something. But those will be another 2 or 3 months, and they'll be about 5 inches when they get to be the full size. But this is the same genes as all of the other cocktail grapefruit cuttings and grafts that I have in here. So this is the pearl tangelo, and it's got lots of flowers as well. Quite surprising for a recovered plant, but it has a large rootstock, and that's probably why it's able to produce the flowers. So we'll see if this holds any fruit. I don't think it will, but it would be nice if it did. If not, we'll get them next year. And over here is the tree from inside. This is the yuzu with the cocktail grapefruit graft on it. And that's what we have, lots of flowers showing up on that now as well. And they're quite mature flowers. Even though it already has fruit on the tree, it's still producing some flowers. So over there we have the mandarins. And we've got quite a few mandarins on the tree. We got lots of flowers, so they're so tiny they're really difficult to spot and keep an eye on. But on this one over here we have some in the back. That's the other recovered tree. And then we've got that one there. So we have 2 mandarins. Next up is the coffee cutting here. It's quite green, growing quite quickly, both of them. So that's really nice. Nice humidity control in here. Then we've got the mandarin over there, and we've got this is a cocktail grapefruit original mother plant. Then we have the navel orange, which is almost up to the roof of the greenhouse now, and should be quite a nice tree eventually, but it's quite a small trunk on it right now. It's not that big, so I don't think it's going to hold fruit. Then here we have the cocktail grapefruit we repotted with the lighter potting mix and soil, so it seems to be enjoying that, and it's putting out new growth as well as new flowers. And then over here we have the cherry tree, as I mentioned. We've got the goji berry tree, which is full of leaves now, and I think I saw a few flowers the other day, but you can see it's extended right to the top of the greenhouse here, and there's about 15 to 20 branches on that tree. So this is the hybrid tree, the Meyer lemon and the cocktail grapefruit, and it's enjoying it out here as well and has new growth on the branches now. So there you go, folks. That's a quick update of the citrus in Canada. Seems to be on the right track, and maybe we'll even get some coffee trees next year, hopefully. See y'all later. Bye.